Welcome into Steelers Talk, Yinzers. My name is Jack Sperry. Today, we are going to be going over the latest rumors around the Steelers during NFL Combine Week. There's a bunch of stuff that we're going to be covering on today's show, but before we get into it, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel for Steelers draft coverage all off-season long. If you're looking for NFL prospect rankings, if you're looking for analysis, if you're looking for Steelers mock drafts, we have one every 2 weeks here on the channel. It's an excellent opportunity for you to get your Steelers news and rumors this offseason. Click that subscribe button for me right now. So now let's start with Jalen Carter, who has been the talk of the NFL Scouting Combine, and he has returned to Indianapolis after leaving for Georgia yesterday morning. So let's break down the events in order of what happened. So on January 14th, the Georgia Bulldogs celebrated their national championship title with a parade. Okay, later that night / early morning, early January 15th, okay, around 3 a.m., a car crashed and it led to the death of a Georgia player and recruiting staffer. Okay, then on March 1st, yesterday, an arrest warrant was issued for Jalen Carter for reckless driving and racing with the car that ended up crashing and leading to the death of the player and the staffer. Then again, on March 1st, Carter leaves the NFL Combine for Athens, Georgia, to essentially turn himself into police. They booked him, all these different things, and he was released on bail. He's still going through the legal process, but he was able to return today on March 2nd. He is back at the NFL Combine in Indianapolis, and to me, guys, this is an extremely a mind-blowing situation. I mean, this guy was projected to be potentially a number 1 overall draft pick. This guy is arguably a generational type talent as a defensive tackle. This guy is athletic as it gets when it comes to this position. Like, this guy is expected to be one of the best interior pass rushers in the league, potentially right when he jumps into it. He's massively athletic. He's got the size. He's got the hand placement and the pass rushing skill set. And I'm very excited to see what he's going to be able to do in the NFL. But given all that's happened here with him over the last couple of days, he did put out a statement yesterday. I'm going to read you what he said here on the show. He said, "This morning, I received a telephone call from the Athens, Georgia Police Department informing me that 2 misdemeanor warrants have been issued against me for reckless driving and racing." He continued to say, "Numerous media reports also have circulated this morning containing inaccurate information concerning the tragic events of January 15, 2023. It is my intention to return to Athens to answer any misdemeanor charges against me." And he finishes by saying, "And to make certain that the complete and accurate truth is presented, there is no question in my mind that when all of the facts are known, that I will be fully exonerated of any criminal wrongdoing." Okay, so this situation is definitely interesting because he has returned to the Combine. He was booked yesterday. He's out on bail right now. And the big question surrounding him is, will he fall in the NFL draft come late April? Let me know what you think in the comment section right now. Will Jalen Carter fall out of the top 10 in the NFL draft? Type yes or no. This is the pinned comment on today's video. So whenever you get an ad break here on the show, go into the comment section, find that pinned comment, and answer today's question. All right, so next, CBS Sports put out their latest NFL mock draft, and I'm going to react to it here. You know, CBS Sports has had some really wild takes as of late. I have not been a fan of their mock drafts, but this week at number 17 overall, they have the Steelers taking none other than Jalen Carter. Yes, Jalen Carter, someone that just days ago was being projected as potentially the number 1 overall draft pick in this year's draft class, going to the Steelers at number 17. Now, you know, with the whole legal situation, we really don't know how this is going to evolve over the next couple weeks and months. But CBS Sports here, they are projecting that it's going to get bad enough where somebody that is seen as a generational talent as a defensive tackle is going to slide all the way to number 17 for the Pittsburgh Steelers to take, and they have them taking it to add guys like TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith, those guys. Let's take a look at his stats from last year. These are the reason why that he is so highly touted coming out of the University of Georgia. 32 tackles last year, 7 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 2 forced fumbles, and 3 pass breakups. So this guy is a generational talent in my opinion. I love Jalen Carter. He's got the size at 300 pounds, 6'3", and then at that size, He is extremely athletic. Like, this guy has the quicks. He's got the agility. This guy is going to run. Well, if he ran the 40 this week, he's going to run really, really fast. And, the pass rushing moves are there. He's ready to go. Like, he's not just a physical freak like a Brian Brzee is. This guy is ready for the NFL on day one to disrupt the pocket. I think that the value of interior pass rusher in the National Football League is so great. And if the Steelers could potentially get him at 17, that would be absolutely fantastic. Now, I'm going to tell you what I think of this pick and whether I think it's realistic in just a second. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor at Cultivate, the free browser extension that brings transparency to your Amazon shopping experience. Cultivate shows you the brand, seller, or product origin and identifies local alternatives that support local community efforts while saving you money. With over 50% of Amazon U.S. sellers based in China, Cultivate offers a way to avoid trickery from these sellers and keep money in the U.S. economy. Cultivate offers alternatives that are on average 30% less expensive than Amazon without additional costs such as Amazon Prime. It can even identify local alternatives that you can pick up on the same day. Cultivate users earn free donations as rewards for using the extension, and the more you use it, the more you earn in donations by increasing your level. In fact, Cultivate donates 51% of the revenue they make on your purchase. So what are you waiting for? Go to wecultivate.us/chatsports and download Cultivate for free. Let Cultivate bring transparency, savings, and community support to your Amazon shopping journey. Support the show and download with our link. It's down in the comments and description of today's video. So for me, guys, I don't know how this is going to go here the next couple weeks. I don't know how this is going to progress from a legal standpoint in the next couple weeks. But with what I know right now, if Jalen Carter falls to number 17, I think the Steelers should take him. I think that the prospect of adding this guy to the Steelers pass rush that already includes names like Cameron Hayward, TJ Watt, Alex Highsmith. I mean, just take a look at this. Now, the Steelers are probably going to address nose tackle there, but putting Jalen Carter and Cameron Hayward together on those nickel packages on just about every single snap is something that no quarterback in the NFL wants to see. And then on the outside, you still have to deal with TJ Watt and Alex Highsmith, both of which are going to be fantastic players in this league for a while yet. That's going to be one of the best pass rushing duos in the National Football League for probably the next 2 to 3 years. And if you have elite outside pressure combined with elite inside pressure, the Steelers pass rush will simply not be able to be stopped. So I think this is worth the risk, guys. But let me know right now, what is the percent chance that Carter falls to the Steelers pick at number 17? Scale it on a scale of 1 to 100 for me in the comment section. To me, guys, I think it's pretty low. I still think it's pretty low. He's still an elite prospect. I don't think this legal situation is going to progress much further. I think it's probably about a 5% chance. And, if it happens, great. But I don't think that Steelers fans should get their hopes up in the hope that Carter falls to them at number 17. All right, so we got some Cam Sutton news and updates here. We've been talking about Cam Sutton on the show a lot, his contract situation. Will the Steelers bring him back or won't they? ESPN reporter Brooke Pryor thinks that he's gone. He thinks that Sutton is going to price himself out of Pittsburgh. This is what she had to say about the Steelers cornerback. I think there is a greater need at corner. They like Cam Sutton. Omar Khan said they like Cam Sutton, but I think Cam could have priced himself out of Pittsburgh. He is going to command a fairly decent salary on the open market, which leaves a void in that room. And this is exactly what I've been saying on the show for weeks now at this point, right? His PFF grade last year, 71.6, which was the best among Steelers cornerbacks. It was pretty darn good. He's one of the most versatile cornerbacks in the NFL, which is why he's so valuable, right? You can play him in the slot. You can play him outside. He's good in both areas. So for championship level teams that are trying to win now, having guys with that kind of versatility is extremely valuable. And then both Cam and the Steelers have expressed interest in getting a deal done. Cam likes it in Pittsburgh. The Steelers like Cam being a part of their secondary. The question is the money going to be too much for the Steelers, who are really trying to prioritize the trenches, building the offensive line and the defensive line? Right now, his market value, based on what I've seen around various different outlets, right? PFF, Spotrac, all these different sources that are projecting what he's going to make. It's going to average at about 3 years, $12 million per year, because there's going to be teams out there that are trying to compete right now that are going to be offering a lot of money because of that versatility. So if the Steelers want to keep him, if Cam Sutton doesn't want to take a team-friendly deal and he says either pay me my money or I'm gone, it's probably going to cost them 3 years, $12 million at least $12 million per season. It could even get up to like the $13 or $14 million range. And for a team that's trying to build the trenches, that's trying to not spend so much on the secondary outside of Minkah Fitzpatrick, I just don't know if they're going to want to give up that kind of money. But at the end of the day, I still do have hope that Cam Sutton will return and be a Pittsburgh Steeler in 2023. Cam Sutton is the type of guy that likes to be in Pittsburgh. The Steelers want to bring him back. I think because of that mutual interest in a reunion there, I think that Cam Sutton is eventually going to take a deal probably around the $11 million per season range, maybe even 10.5, maybe take a little bit of a discount to stay in Pittsburgh because he really does like it here, and I think a deal at the end of the day is going to get done, guys. So who's with me here? If you want Cam Sutton to re-sign this offseason, please, please, please like this video. It is a free and easy way to help out the channel. It helps tell the YouTube algorithm that you enjoy this Steelers content, and it pushes our videos to other Steelers fans who haven't seen us yet. So it'd be a big help if you go down, like this video for me right now. So last bit of news here, the NFL Players Association does this thing called the team report card, and it pretty much goes through different various levels of the staff, of the facilities that each team has, and it gives each team a grade on each one. So this is what the report card had for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Treatment of facilities, a D-, treatment of families, my bad, D-. D-. Nutrition is okay at B+. Weight room is about a C, probably pretty old. Strength room, I don't know what the difference between a weight room and a strength room is, but I guess the strength room is a lot better than the weight room. Training room, D-, not great for your injured players there. Training staff, a B+, locker room, D+, and travel, B. So these are kind of lower than I expected. I was a bit surprised to see that, the treatment of families was as low as it was, right? Pittsburgh, the Steelers organization is seen as a family organization. It's run by a family, the Rooneys. So it's weird to me that I see a D- on treatment of families. And another one that I kind of expected was the locker room. Because you take a look at the Steelers locker room right here, right? It kind of looks like a high school locker room, if we're being honest, guys. It's kind of basic. The lockers are a little bit smaller than you're used to seeing. And in comparison, here are some of the better locker rooms in the league, right? The Raiders. Look at that. Look how big the lockers are. Look how sweet and sleek that looks. And then, of course, the Dallas Cowboys. I mean, look at that. I mean, that is so much better than what the Pittsburgh Steelers have. I'm not shocked whatsoever that the locker room for Pittsburgh got graded lower. I mean, just look at that. Just in comparison, there is no comparison. Here in Dallas, Texas, there's probably better locker rooms for the high school teams here, if I'm being completely honest. Imagine going from like a Georgia or an LSU, and you got some of the best locker rooms in the country in college, and then you get drafted by the Steelers, and you're like, this is it? Like, I don't know, man. That's just me. But at the end of the day, guys, I just don't think that this locker room is very good. I wasn't surprised by that whatsoever. All right, guys, go ahead and subscribe for me right now if you haven't already. Right now, we are less than 300 subscribers away from 22,000 subscribers here on Steelers Talk. Help us be a part of this amazing milestone here, 22K. Absolutely fantastic given where we were when I started doing this channel. It's been fantastic, guys. Go ahead, click that subscribe button right now if you're looking for Steelers news and rumors content.